Using Google Calendar. First, we would like to go to the UG Cloud website, which is www.ugcloud.ca, and you can sign in with your board account here. Now, to get to the calendar interface, we have to click on Calendar at the top. We are now in the calendar interface, and at our left we have a mini calendar, which is useful for finding an individual date. And at the top we can switch views. Weeks will display the whole week, month will display a whole month, and a day will display just one day at a time. There's also a 4-day view as well. And there's also a setting button which lets us do more advanced things. And if we click our email at the top, we can sign out. Now over here are our starting calendars. The first one is the name of your account, and below that are standard holidays, and you can make them visible or not by clicking on them and re-click on them to turn them back on. At our top we have a search bar useful for searching events. We can search events by title, their date, anything we would like. And if we click these arrow buttons, that's how we navigate. And if we go to week, we can go through weeks like at a time. If we click month, we can look at months at a time. It's very useful for going through periods of time. And if we are creating an event, we will click this red button at the left. And first we have to enter the title of the event. Meeting with Sam is the name of my event. I pick a date, June 12th sounds good. I pick a start time and an end time. By clicking this drop down menu, I can choose my own time. I can also type in my own time if I want to. And I leave the end date also for June 12th. And I can click all day if I want it to be all day. If I want to repeat, I click repeat and this window opens up. Now I can set on how often I want it to repeat and on which days. For example, every Monday, every Tuesday and Wednesday. This is useful for classes or weekly meetings. You choose when to end them and you click done to finish. Now we have to enter the location of the event. Room 5 is what I enter, and you just enter a description of the event over here. So I enter discussing better solutions for efficiency. Now over here we can enter in guests who we want to attend this meeting. We enter their email address and then we click add. And we can play around with the color and the appearance, how it will look on our calendar. Right here we set our event color. And at the top we click save to actually create the event. And if you look over here, here are events. They are repeating over there every day of that week. And we can also create a separate calendar by clicking this little arrow at the left. And we create a new calendar. What that means is we can just customize our own calendar and put certain types of events there. That's why people create their own calendars. So first we need to enter the calendar name. We enter its description. So I would store all meetings in this calendar. Anytime I have a meeting, I will place it in this calendar so I can see all my meetings at once. And if you know where all your meetings are going to be, you would enter the location right there. And if I want to make this calendar able so other people can see it, I check mark this box over here. And if I want to share it with just a few specific people, I enter their email addresses here. Here, my friend at friend.com, you would enter your friend or whoever email. And then when you're ready, you can click on Create Calendar. And now the calendar will appear under My Calendars. But let's add the previous event we created to that calendar. And we do that by clicking the event and clicking Edit. And we change it from Web 101 to Meetings. Now the meeting that I created will be under the Meetings calendar. And you can see its change of red. And I can hide it by clicking and unclicking. And thank you for watching.